What's up, Guardians? And Pied Piper 33 here, back for another Xur day. This week, Xur's in the Reef. For anybody who's roaming around the tower looking for him, he's not there. Over here, off to the side, that doesn't really get used all that often. Let's go in and see what he has. Alright, so today, Motes of Light, Pulse Rifle Telemetry, Scout Rifle Telemetry, and Sniper Rifle Telemetry to level up those a little bit quicker. Plasma Drive and Emerald Coil for upgrading your rare sparrows to legendary sparrows. And Heavy Ammo Synthesis for 1 strange coin. So the good stuff, or meh stuff really. Titans are getting no backup plans. The main bonus on this is it's going to increase the duration of Force Barrier, which is really nice for synergies for the Defender Titans across the board. However, they are getting kind of edged out with some of the other exotics for Titans, from what I understand. I imagine that there's a possibility that with the Taken King, these types of exotics will get a buff. Bungie hasn't said anything about it yet, so I wouldn't necessarily bank on that. You can get them if they're a first exotic, or you're planning on maybe getting a buff with the Taken King. But if not, then I would go ahead and pass. Knucklehead radar. Main bonus on this is going to be the third eye, basically for all of your primary weapons. With the reforging of any weapons that you can pick up third eye on a weapon if you really wanted to. Honestly, I don't see the need of picking this up. I have one already. The bonus seems nice until you realize that you really can't have third eye on pretty much any weapon at this point. And most of the community has basically gotten used to aiming down sights without a radar, so yeah, it's pretty much a pass. The strength roll is kind of low on that anyway, but I guess if you're a collector, or maybe again looking for a buff with the Taken King, feel free to pick that up for your hunter. Warlocks are picking up Claws of Ahamkara. It's kind of a okay roll as far as the total stat rolls on there for strength and discipline. You're getting an additional charge for your melee attacks for both Sunsinger and Voidwalkers. Again, it's kind of a It seems really nice when you first think about it. Afterwards, when you realize that other exotic stuff like the Ram is actually getting used for PvP more than basically everything else, or looking at Obsidian Mind, other chest exotics, things like that. You can pick them up if you don't have them, if you're a collector. I wouldn't recommend picking these up unless you really have some spare money to throw around. Again, there's a possibility we could look at a buff with the Taken King, but for now, you can probably pass on them unless you really want that extra charge for melee attacks. Suros regime is back. This poor auto rifle is already had its 15 minutes of fame and is now back to being that gun that doesn't really get used all that often. Auto rifles are for sure getting a buff with the Taken King, so you can pick this up as a long-term investment. See what kind of changes this gets as soon as the Taken King shows up. It's a possibility. It very well could go back to being just a force to be reckoned with in the Crucible. Really, again, if you don't have an exotic weapon, feel free to pick it up. If you have some spare money and you don't have it, feel free to pick it up. Or if you are planning on having it get buffed in the Taken King, go ahead and pick it up. Otherwise, you'd be better off saving your strange coins for maybe next week when he has something a little bit better. Exotic shards, if you're looking to update your damage on any exotic weapons or armor, feel free to grab those today. The Engrams for this week are the helmet Engrams. If you're looking for something a little bit nicer for your helmet, you don't have anything really good there. Especially if you're a hunter, you can start digging for the Celestial Nighthawk, Mask of the Third Man, Symbiote. If you're a Warlock, you can go digging for the Ram or Obsidian Mind, or Titans can pick up the Helm of Saint 14 through there. So, yeah, if you're looking for those, feel free to grab one of those and roll the dice. That's Zer for this week. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or rating, subscribe if you haven't. Feel free to share the video if you are finding that people are having a hard time finding Zer, especially since he's in the reef this week. So you guys always pay the piper, and we'll see you in the next one.